1, 2, 3. Contraption factory, excuse me, what on earth are you doing? Stealing Scooby Stong, that's just wrong. Hope Warner Bros aren't suing. Contraption factory, OMG, could this be a bad idea? Well, yes, probably, but thankfully, it's a parody and thus falls under different legislations regarding fair use of copyrighted material. You know I have an introduction that I need to film, so just deal with it for a bit. And soon it will be done, you can stop with this nonsense and get on with the skit. You big git. Contraption factory, here's verse 3. Thank God it's nearly over. If there were one more verse, you would see I'd likely lose composure, like I did just then on the end note. We are gathered here today to celebrate the lives of these 3 titans who've all given life or limb in service of the Contraption Factory. We have HMS Frederick, HMS Jemima, and HMS Bethany. HMS Frederick was the first to join us, and he was the longest serving. But he suffered terrible damage and has, in fact, been cleft in twain. Rest in peace, old friend. After Frederick's tenure was Jemima. Now, to the untrained eye, Jemima is still in good condition, but her heel has cracked, and as such, when you sit upon her and move, she scratches the ever-loving bejesus out of the floor, and I would rather have my deposit back on this flat. Thank you very much. Once she cracked, we brought in Bethany. Now, Bethany is a bit of a black sheep, more of a pleasure boat than a battleship. But needs must, and she was needed. So she must. However, unlike her predecessors, she still has a few years on her, and as such, she is going to be towed out to the balcony, where she will be put into permanent dry dock and converted into a museum. Now, this is not to say that there is no one in the line of succession. In fact, our new boy is right here. Welcome to a brand new segment that I like to call Build That Chair, You Big Git. Now, I've never delivered a baby chair before, so I'm going to make sure I'm wearing all the appropriate safety gear. Nurse, sharp thing. Oh. Woo. There's a lot going on in here. Let's have a closer look. On the top of the box, we have this big bit of card, whatever it is. It says, congratulations, you are now the owner of a brand new SecretLab chair. You're just a few steps away from your ultimate seating experience. Flip this sheet over and you will find a quick start guide to assembling your SecretLab chair. There's a video as well. So let's flip this over. We have instructions in color. See how it goes. I've had this chair in use for about a week now, and I feel ready to give some informed opinions about it. The construction of it was very easy, if rather unwieldy on occasion, and while the instructions were very easy to follow, the large bit of cardboard that they were on made reading the instructions a little harder than it needed to be, especially considering that for building it you're going to be in a Frankenstein nest of chair carcass pieces. Now, the box was covered in warning signs saying you shouldn't adjust the backrest angle lever until the back had been attached. Fair enough, but they also put in a little safety screw that physically stops you from doing that until that has been removed, so that's great. The chair also came with a set of tools
Now, for this sort of thing, tools would usually be in a plastic bag just tossed uncaringly into the mix of parts, but SecretLab provided a little toolkit that had everything required in it, and it comes in an actual padded box, well, padded insert and all that. Tools are very sturdy, and I will be using these again because some of them are very well made. Now, the chair also comes with a pillow. That's neat. You just slip it onto the back of the headrest and boom, not today, scoliosis. Now, the foam of the chair is very sturdy. While soft enough to allow it to somewhat mold to your shape, it isn't so dense you could insulate your attic with it, not that you would want to. The frame, also massively sturdy, and allows you to move almost every part of it. You have the obvious height adjustments and the backrest tilt. You can also unlock a lever and tilt the whole seat back as well. It goes back a lot further than I think most people would need it to, but that just goes to show how much SecretLab trusts the product that they've made to support your chunky frame. After all, the chair weighs 30 kilos, which for any American viewers is just under 9 M16 assault rifles, assuming they are fully loaded. Now the armrests also move, going forwards, backwards, up, down, left, right, and they swivel, which is handy. This isn't a feature used on the daily, it's just so you can get the perfect positioning for yourself. Now there are a couple of things I either don't like or would like to change about the chair, but they're very small, and in the grand scheme of things, they're really not big deals. The front of the seat has a very slightly raised edge, which I find digs into the back of my legs and can become uncomfortable occasionally. Perhaps this is something that will work itself out in the long run, but seeing how sturdy this foam is, I think that may take a while. Also, the position of the buttons that let you slide the armrest to the left and the right isn't ideal, for me at least. I like to sit in weird positions, such as this, and sometimes you can accidentally press them and push the armrests out. But, you know, small deal. The last thing I would like to change could be difficult to implement and might even make the chair more expensive. Well, it would make the chair more expensive. Thing is, the floor of my flat isn't completely flat. This results in very occasional rotation of the chair as the heaviest part of it moves towards the deepest part of the floor. In tandem with that, and following my weird seating positions, I also sometimes like to rest my legs on the table, which is currently down and be difficult at the moment. But the length of my legs, because I'm 6'2", does kind of push me away. So if there were mechanisms implemented that allowed you to lock the rotation and lock the casters in place, that would be fantastic. But that's just me. Other than those little details, it is an absolutely fantastic chair. It's very sturdy, and I would highly recommend it.
But I can't fit it in the washing machine. How else am I going to get the pesto out?